Assalamu alaikum guys! Today the topic is how to overcome laziness. It's a valid question because all of us at times feel overwhelmed by laziness. And today you're going to find out how to kick laziness in the face. Ba-bam! So guys, before I give you instant tips on how to turn your laziness into instant productivity, what is going on with these birds, man? Wow, subhanAllah. I want all of you take you and me to our common denominator, and that is, as Muslims, we are here for a sole purpose and for a sole reason. Allah says in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We created jinn and mankind for the sole purpose of worshiping us. That's the royal us that Allah uses when He talks about Himself. So, when you take the most successful companies in the world, when you take the most successful individuals in the world, athletes, entrepreneurs, the most successful people, the most successful companies, they all have similar traits, they all have similarities, and that is, they know exactly where they want to arrive and what they want to achieve, and they are unstoppable because their cause is a very, very noble cause, and it's a high cause. But if you think about all of these successful people, and one day they land here, you know? One day they just land in the cemetery. So the question arises, what is it all for? Why all the struggle? Why all the material gain, and why all that hustling if you end up in the cold ground one day? And they don't ask themselves these questions most of the times. Of course, there are also believing people, but the thing with us Muslims is we have a clear goal and we have a clear why. If you listen to Simon Sinek, for example, a great marketing guy, you should check him out. He always talks about companies asking why before they do something in the first place. But individuals most of the times don't do it for their whole lives. So that's a very paradox thing. But anyway, as Muslims, we already know why we're here, and we have to visualize. We have to visualize Jannah. The same way these successful people for the material world, in this material business kind of thing, visualize their goals, we have to visualize our end goal, because our end goal is eternal, you know? Whatever we do, that we do for the sake of Allah, it gets an eternal stamp. You know, it's like, take person A, and he is one of the most successful people in the world, and then he dies, and he did it just for fame, for money, for whatever, for all these pathetic reasons. It's like multiplying everything that he had in this world, when he dies, multiplying it with a zero. But us Muslims, actually, for us it's, if we do stuff for the sake of Allah, whatever we do, Allah multiplies it with 10 or even more. So if it's a good deed, like for example saying Assalamu alaikum, you know, you say Assalamu alaikum, you say Assalamu alaikum, you know, but you don't say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh because you feel awkward when you do that to somebody. But if you would do it, you would get much more hasanat than just the Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum gets you 10. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah gets you 20. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh gets you 30. But most of us don't do it. So if we take our brain, our heart, our bodies back to why we're here in the first place, then laziness all of a sudden becomes very, very silly, right? Then laziness all of a sudden becomes ridiculous, and we have a clear goal. But at the same time, you know, you don't have to forget that in order to arrive to Firdaus al-A'la, which is the highest goal that you can achieve in the next world, it's all connected to this world. So, you know, some Muslims, they are so fed up with this world sometimes because they have it more difficult than others, because they are tested more than others. And why is that? Because they want the bigger achievement. That's why they have to struggle more. And sometimes they struggle financially. And sometimes they are not even hungry to reach the next level financially. But let me tell you this. How much good could you do with all that financial extra, you know? And that's why it's the wrong approach. Because Allah gave you a huge amount of potential, and He will even ask you for that. Like, my slave, I gave you this and this and this and this and that. What did you do with it? Allah gave me a way of communicating that is very clear and that I like to do very much, and I love human beings. So this is why I'm doing this. And you know, there were other times in life where I was thinking, you know, who am I to talk to you guys, you know? Why would you have to listen to me? But you know, so many other silly people out there that do crap all the time. They get hurt much more than me. So I don't care if I get hurt enough. I know why I'm doing it, and that's why I'm gonna do it, you know? We always complain about bad voices being so loud. So why not have a positive, a nice, a vibrant, an important voice being louder than that, you know? So this is my rant. No, for reals now. Life is difficult, life is tough. And sometimes you can get lazy, and sometimes you can get frustrated, and whatever it is, it can happen. But if you remind yourself that this is the reality of everybody one day. And I'm at a cemetery here in Germany that also has Muslims living here, or actually resting here because they're not alive anymore. But imagine those people. Imagine, okay, let's say in this cemetery right here, there is one of the most pious Muslims of Germany that have ever lived in Germany, and he's buried here, okay? Think about him being in that world where he is right now, in the barzakh, you know? What would you think how much he would want to have done more in the past when he was alive? Think about that person in the grave that already sees the huge rewards of his actions. Even he would want to have a second chance and do even much more than that. So every time things get difficult, every time things get tough, every time you feel like there's nothing left in you, think about this. Another thing is, our beloved Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, he said, if you don't know something, ask the one that knows. Basically, I'm paraphrasing, but if you want to know something, just ask the one that is a specialist in it. So if you're not doing well financially, there are reasons for it. And if you want to do very well financially, then you should ask the people that are doing very well financially and how they got there, you know? Funny story, actually. You see this beautiful house right there? One day, because this is my route where I usually jog, and I cross this bridge and I run way over there, and I spontaneously decided to ring the doorbell of that house and just talk to the guy, you know, because I have a specific understanding of how you become successful financially, and I'm pursuing that myself, of course. But I wanted to see it if what I understand matches with what this guy did. And there's actually a very big difference if you're financially very well off and you're fulfilled, or if you're financially successful but inside everything sucks, you know? So how do you become financially very well off and at the same time you feel amazing and successful and fulfilled? Because if you gain all the money in the world but you did it in a crooked way or in a way that does not fulfill you, it will not feel good. So I just rang the doorbell, started talking to the guy. I told him what I am actually up to and why I am ringing the doorbell. He was very nice, and I got to know him, and we got to talk about so many we got to talk, and it was amazing. So basically, model the most successful people and see what their habits are, and then try to implement them in your life, and everything will change, I guarantee. One more thing I realized is that whenever you talk to people who are actually really successful in different areas of their life, they are the most encouraging people. And those that suck themselves try to keep you down. You know, if you tell somebody a business idea, for example, a friend or a relative or whoever, and he tells you 100 different reasons why that would not work, but he's not an entrepreneur himself, you know, it's the wrong person to ask. And you're gonna get crap advice. Because if you share with somebody that you want to open up a business or create a company, and they basically want to talk you out of it, but they never even created a company in the first place, why even consider their opinion? You know what I'm saying? What do you think?
Yes, I agree.
Let's get to the next thing. The next thing is, don't call yourself lazy. If you've been lazy in the past, don't say I am a lazy person or I was a lazy person. Tell yourself, I did lazy stuff in the past. You know, the thing that you identify yourself with plays a huge role and alters your whole character, you know? If you tell yourself, I am dumb, you're gonna do pretty dumb things, and even if you don't do pretty dumb things, you're not gonna do very, very intelligent things because you don't even feel like you're up to those things. So it pretty much matters very, very, very much what you tell yourself. You know, they've done a study, a UCLA study in California, where they found out that human beings have around 70,000 thoughts per day, and around 80% of them are negative. So you have to find a way to get out of your negativity, and you can do it just like that. You can just, you know, you can just put your shoulders back, breathe in and out much more than just like, you know, change your state. Like I said in a couple of videos before, move, make sure you move, make sure you go training in the gym, make sure you do sports, and then your whole physicality changes and your mindset changes pretty much as well. You know, your surroundings make you or break you. There are two types of people, basically battery drainers and battery chargers. If you're around battery drainers and people that talk everything down and have a very negative worldview, it can drag you down very much. So try to avoid those people as much as you love them, because sometimes they're the closest people to you, but they won't bring you down in life. They won't bring you further in life. They will bring you down in life. So you have to be very careful with that. And at the same time, tell yourself you're not lazy. And even if somebody else says that, you prove them wrong. You even have something to prove them wrong. So that's amazing, right? Want me to kick you in the face? Another thing that is very beneficial, very easy to understand, have goals. You know, break it down into things and why you're doing these things. You know, whatever it is that you do, think about why you're doing it. Am I doing it for Allah, Islam, for my religion? I mean, everything that you do basically as a Muslim, if you understand it, is for Allah. Even if it's sleeping and you do it with the Bismillah, hey, yo, I'm talking. It's for Allah, but is it Islam? Is it personal, like going to the gym? Is it work related? Or is it family? Make goals for each of those categories, and then make a journal, make a list, and have high goals, but not as high as it's not achievable and it's just unrealistic and I'm not gonna do nothing. No matter how small it is, have goals and be enthusiastic, you know? The reason why I do this crazy kicking, try to stick to the 3 goals per day, the 3 goals per week, the 3 goals per month, and the 3 goals for the whole year, the 3 goals for 10 years. and you will achieve crazy things. And you will ask yourself, okay, why haven't I done that for my whole life? Because you will see amazing results. It's like a chain. If you have a chain reaction with things that you just cross off every single day, you will win the days. And of course, what is amazingly important is your sleep patterns and how early you go to bed, because that is highly connected to the quality of your day. If you had a good night's sleep and you slept early, you woke up early, you went to the gym, you prayed your Fajr prayer. You know, it's a different thing if you pray your Fajr prayer with full concentration and full aliveness and with heart. It's different than just like waking up and being half dead and praying your prayer because you went to sleep like very, very late. So I know we all struggle with these things, but always go back to the reason why you're doing it, and then you're gonna succeed. Wow. Okay, one last thing. Stop waiting for things to be over. You know, whatever you do, don't think about resting while you're doing it. Think about life as a never-ending struggle. Embrace the suck. Make sure you become comfortable with being uncomfortable. Sometimes it's not the most comfortable thing for me to hold the camera in the hand and just have people walking by and look funny. But it's not important for me because I have a goal. I have reasons why I do what I do, and it helps people and it's important for people. So sometimes I even do dumb shit and I stand on big rocks, but I still do it because it's beautiful right here. So embrace the suck and do it 100%. Whatever it is, do it 100%. Let me give you some personal thing. When I was a student and I did my bachelor's degree, my master's degree, whatever kind of degree, I never gave 100% because I realized that I don't have to give much to pass and to actually get a decent grade. And I didn't give 100%, but then I got older and I got wiser and I realized that I should have given 100%. Then why not give 100%? You would have been a way, way, way better student and you would have achieved way more because your potential is way, way bigger. But I was too arrogant at that time and I was thinking to myself, you know what? You don't have to struggle as much as these other guys. You just have to do a bare minimum to get a decent grade. And that is bull. And that's why always give 100% no matter what you do. Even if it's a job that sucks, do it 100% until you find another job because you're getting paid for it. And yeah, whatever it is that you do, always have in mind why you're doing it. If you help around the house with cleaning or whatever it is, think about why you're doing it and not how much it sucks to do it. Think about helping your wife, helping your mom, helping your sister. When you clean, think about whatever it is that sucks, why you do it. And then it's much easier to do it. If you have a very, very tough job that you hate, it's very tough. I can understand this. But think about why you're doing it. Like, for example, take the picture of your child, of your daughter, for example. Look in the picture and then go for the work. And then it's gonna be easier. But at the same time, don't be stuck. There's always a different way. There's always a way to get out and get better and find something that is better for you. And hope I helped you because I love humanity. See you soon. You basically gotta be like these ducks, you know, they go at it. They want something and they go for it. They want to have the fish in the water and they just go crazy.